I am Dory with Prairie Scraps, and I am actually redoing my Thrifty Thursday. So it's Thrifty Friday only because I don't know what happened. I did my video and then scheduled it to come on like at 2 hours after I actually did it because I had a concert yesterday for my daughter, Bethany. And so I don't know what happened to it. It still says it's like pending. So I don't understand. It says the right date yesterday at 4 o'clock. It was supposed to go on. It didn't. I don't know where it is. I can't find it. I can't figure out how to make it go. So we're redoing it. But so for Thrifty Thursday this week, because last weekend my husband and I celebrated our anniversary by recycling some wood that came out of our bathroom that was tongue and groove and put it up in our dining room for an entire wall. So I wanted to share that with you today. But first, I kind of will tell you the process we went through. First of all, we took out our bathrooms because the walls were insulated with red fir shavings. It was like 9 inches of shavings because it used to be, excuse me, at one time, that room, the bathroom, the small bathroom, a half bath, used to be a pantry. And so they used to, in this area, because there's lumber mills and everything, they used to insulate it with red fir shavings. So it was kind of pretty dangerous fire danger. To be honest. So we knew it was a thick wall. We knew that it was there. So anyway, we took out, when my husband started uncovering, because the whole thing had been like paneling on all the walls. And so he started taking the paneling out, and underneath it, he exposed pine, tongue and groove, hard floor, like tongue and groove. All the floors, all the walls, all the ceiling were originally in tongue and groove. So I was pretty excited. My husband was kind of hesitant. I said, could you please try to save it all as much as you possibly can? So he did all the walls, all 4 walls, all the ceiling. He took them out meticulously. It took him like weeks to take it out and then take out all the insulation and either throw it away. Poco, stop it. Our little Bucci is like digging in his dish because he wants some food. But anyway, so he started out doing that. He had to, like shop vacs and everything to take out all the insulation. Then we expanded and put in real insulation. And then of course we found knock and tube, light, like electricity going to the main light in the bathroom. So it was real danger. And some of the walls weren't even being, like the, studs they weren't attached to the ceiling up above and below. They'd been cut and all kinds of things. So we've redone everything. And now this wall is the back side. It's in our dining room. It is the back side of our bathroom behind the shower. And so I was like, can you use that? I'm like, I want it used. So that's what we did last weekend. He's had this pile almost a year because then he broke his foot for 3 months last fall and could not really work on it over the winter. So got back to it. I said, for my anniversary, if we can't find any place to go camping, can we please do this wall? So the 2 of us worked on this wall. Actually, my husband worked for a few hours on fixing the oven because it went out Friday night, right as we were starting our weekend. And I sat, and the boards that let me show you what it started out as. The boards that we originally had were, excuse that, this color of light blue, solid, with lots of, I don't even know how many coats. I think there was a dark blue under it, or the blue paint has like dark blue tones to it, like pigments in it. And then there was also a light green, and I can't find a piece that has the light green on it anyway. So I started just with a belt sander, sanding all these pieces out and got it down. Some of them are more like, this is harder sanded. They were kind of a rough cut board because we have lumber mills in the area. They weren't sanded down. They had just been painted. And so this is the blue, and you can see that dark blue pigments came out. And anyway, as I was doing it, I really liked the way the wood looked. So this is I'll look at the wood. I'll go back so you can see that he did the entire wall with that blue. I love, love, love it. And I just left patches of that blue in there. And he even figured out the angle up there because that's a roof line right there. But I'll go in so you can see just the detail. Like these are, you know, just how it either came off or how it was cut. Then a lot of the ends, like for some reason, it absorbed it a little different. So there were a lot of light ends. You can see they used like 4-inch nails, so we had to pull all the nails out actually prior. My husband did a lot of the nails, and we did the entire wall. I am so excited. And then when I was sanding, this like took us all Saturday and then all Monday I sanded. And then he put them up, tongue and groove them. And then here you can see it says the Sunday, March 28th, 1967. And that's on top of the green paint. That's kind of the green light paint that was on. So there were several different colors on these at some point. God only knows how long. I used all my proper equipment. I used, you know, the belt sander with gloves, and I have glasses, and then of course a mask because I did not want to be inhaling all of the dust. But isn't that gorgeous? I just love it. And when you stand back and look at it, I thought I would paint this white, to be honest, but I love the way it looks. Let me see if it looks better without that light in the middle, because that's our dining room. Do you see it? Oh my gosh, love, love, love it. Of course, we've just drywalled. That's a 1/2 wall. We'll be doing all the taping and texture and all that kind of stuff. This wall is not complete yet. We have to move a header up, and this is actually the original cupboard that was in the bathroom. It's pretty old, lots of coats of paint. I need to take it off. You could see all the colors. Look at the pink and the green and the blue all right there. This was up to a wall. We pulled this out. My husband was like, I'm just gonna cut it up, and I'm like, you can't do that. It's a nice cupboard. It's got like shelves and everything. Right now it's just kind of storage, but we're going to be adding that in for storage here in the, you know, as part of the kitchen, because the kitchen is not done. And of course, you know, this is where flooring from the bathroom was, but we need to get rid of this. It looks dirty all the time. Doesn't matter how much we wash it, always looks dirty. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's sad. But I'm loving it. We have, you know, an open concept now with the wood. And actually we started out recycling this wall. And this is outdoor. This was on an outside of a house that we were able to recycle from somebody that was giving it away on Facebook. And a long time ago, we actually did my piano room and the whole ceiling with that tongue and groove on the whole ceiling painted white. This is all the same stuff. This is going to get painted white. We need to get trim up here, need to get that up. Of course, the ceiling, you know, lots to do. When you own a home, it always, like, the work goes on and on when you own a home, right? So we're still just slowly but surely working on it, but we are both so pleased with this wall. We may do a clear sealant on it so that it's sealed wood. It doesn't dry out anymore or change or anything like that. Or God only knows how much of that paint was lead maybe. But we'll go ahead and we're going to leave it right now. I was thinking white, maybe even just doing a dry brushing of white, but we love it. We love the little bit of blue. And we love it so much, it's hard to decide what to put on that wall. I do want to do a bench behind the table there that's also storage, so that'll eventually go in. But I was actually kind of thinking today, like, I want a headboard of this from floor to ceiling in my master bedroom, as well as I'm going to ask my hubby if the front of the bench could be this as well, because we're going to cover that bottom portion of it down there. And honestly, like, I wanted outlets, but I don't know what we were thinking with those outlets. I really don't know. I don't know. They're like, let me turn you around. They're super, look how high off the floor they are. Oh, I know what we were thinking. We were thinking about putting the baseboard heat under it. That's why we did it so high. I'm like, I don't know what we were thinking. I totally now know. So anyway, there's 2 outlets on that wall because I just cannot deal with walls without outlets. So anyway, that might get, who knows, it might get built into the bench after all. But that is our recycled wall, 100% free. A lot of labor though, a lot of labor. Taking nails out and then sanding everyone. And of course, if you miss a nail and don't see it. So this had like 4-inch nails to originally hold in the tongue and groove. And then they had put paneling over it with little nails that were about 1.5 inches. And those are the ones that were like, you could hardly see them. So sometimes we were hitting those, but oh well. I love the results. There's just so much texture to it, so much. You could see I was getting, like, leaving more as we went on. I wished I had left more in this middle section here, but there's no going back when you're doing tongue and groove. So anyway, I hope that you have a great weekend. We are doing some home improvements with my daughter and her husband in their new home, so that's exciting for them. More painting. Maybe I'll show you some of that this weekend. Make sure you do all the things. If you have never been here before, say hello. Make sure you share it out for me. Hopefully I didn't just cover that microphone. But I appreciate you all being here and helping me out. I am a small business. I do truck couture. If you'd like a shopping link, just put shop down below and I will get you a link to go shopping. And of course, I'm also on I'm Prairie Scraps. I'm Dory Jo Stowell. I'm Prairie Scraps on YouTube and Facebook. So join both the places and help me out. You know, just a comment here and like here. That all helps me so much. So I appreciate y'all. Keep on crafting.